Hey everybody, Chris Lucia here again from the Elm Wealth Management Group of Raymond James. Here with another great video today on the topic of handling market volatility. More specifically, 5 tips to help you navigate through it. What is market volatility? Well, volatility is just an industry jargon term for fluctuations or the big swings in your account balance as you check in your statement or when you view it online. The bad news is that volatility is omnipresent. We are all subject to it. It's inevitable. So it's not a question of if we'll see market volatility, it's a question of when and how severe. So let's dive into these 5 tips to help us navigate through. The first one's pretty obvious. Don't panic, right? Because if you panic as emotional beings, that will lead us to make some pretty rash decisions. And those decisions can lead to some big mistakes in the investment world that can have an impact on the long-term success of your investment strategy. So don't panic. One way to not panic is tip number 2. Do not rely solely on the media. The media, or the business of the media, because it is a business, is a function of gaining the highest number of ears and eyeballs that tune into their programs. And again, as human nature provides, we are all emotional, responsive people, and we're going to pay more attention to the negative side. The fear aspect is what makes us tune in. So the media is going to lock in on the negative aspects of what's going on out there, and they're going to cover the doom and gloom all the time, or seemingly so. So if you're feeling and seeing that doom and gloom in everything you tune into, it might lead you to that panic state we talked about in tip number 1. But take what the media is touting with a huge grain of salt. Remember, they do not have the crystal ball. No one has the crystal ball. Instead, let's focus on the plan and the strategy that we're implementing for long-term success to go through all different types of market cycles. Tip number 3, assess your risk profile actively. Now, actively means if you think you're an aggressive investor, but seeing volatility has you not sleeping at night, then maybe we shouldn't be as aggressive as we are. If you are a conservative investor and you see maybe some really great times out there and you're concerned that you're not gaining the highest amount of returns possible, then maybe we shouldn't have you allocated so conservatively. We have to be actively monitoring our appetite for risk. And tip number 4 is have an investment strategy with a plan for monitoring and adapting it. So once we know our profile of risk or the bounds we're willing to operate in, we need a strategy for implementation and monitoring its success. There's a lot of people that we come across who have this set it and forget it approach. Now, while that approach might be excellent for rotisserie chicken, it's probably not the best approach for your investment portfolio. So there has to be an active nature of your investment strategy to be able to seize the opportunities present amidst the chaos when volatility strikes, because there can be some positive outcomes when we see volatility. The more active you are, the better your chances to be able to seize those opportunities. And tip number 5 is stay diversified. Diversification is one of the most overused terms in the investment world, but it still rings true. It has always rung true, and it always will ring true. Staying diversified, not keeping all of your proverbial eggs in one basket. Now that can mean having exposure to large stocks, medium stocks, small stocks, growth and value stocks, stocks in the US, stocks abroad, developed markets, emerging markets. That same sort of diversification in stocks, couple that with a similar diversification in bonds or fixed income. that's part of our job, and part of our relationship is to build a model that fits the risk profile, that's going to be actively managed and maintains diversification across all the different asset classes. So there you have it. There's 5 tips to help you navigate through and handle this crazy market volatility. If you have questions, comments, concerns, you want to make sure we're doing the right stuff for you, please reach out. Jump right on the calendar. If you don't have the link to it, make sure you reach out and we will get it to you. With that, enjoy your day. Good luck. We'll get through this. Take care.